She is a licensed professional teacher that has been having an initiative that focuses on psychosocial support for the out of the school youth. The seminar she has conducted has surely been helpful for the whole community. She graduated from the Philippine Normal University with a degree of Bachelor of Science in Education, cum laude, and in 2017, she finished her Master of Arts in Education with high distinction from De La Salle University, Dasmariñas. It doesn't stop there, as in the year 2019, she has received Certificate of Commendation, President of Graduate Studies Student Council from the same school. Now, she is the junior high school principal of the University of Perpetual Health Molino campus, and she is also the internal auditor of Bureau Veritas from July 2021. Let's all give a virtual hand of applause to Miss Maribel Ordonez.
Good afternoon. Thank you for that very generous introduction, Ma'am Tricia. Thank you, Cerebro, for inviting me again to share my experiences to my fellow educators. You know, I've been in the academy for more than 30 years now, and I'm still very excited to go to school every day. Kamusta na po? I am the last speaker for the day, and I just want to know if the participants are still awake and are still excited to listen to the last speaker. May I have a virtual reaction from the participants? Okay. So the participants are really very engaged up to this time. Maraming salamat po. I hope that I will be able to share some of my experiences regarding the topic assigned to me for the day. So to start, Ma'am Sarah, can you please share my presentation? Okay. So to ensure quality teaching, quality instruction, we need to implement effective monitoring system. I know I just realized, the importance of monitoring during the time of pandemic when we experienced online classes, no? Even during the pandemic, we have a system to monitor the teachers who are teaching online. We have a list of their meeting links, and the principal and the area coordinators can still monitor what is happening during the teaching learning process, even we are far away from each other. So I believe that monitoring will be able to help us improve our organization and improve also the quality of instruction that we give to our students. So to start, we need to know about the focus areas. No, we need to know what are the things that we need to consider in monitoring. Let's go to the next slide, Ma'am Sarah. What do we need to know about monitoring to ensure quality teaching? So these are the topics that we need to discuss for today. The first one is the focus areas of monitoring. What do we need to monitor? What are the areas in the school that we need to monitor? Okay, what are the importance of the monitoring activities? Next is the elements of good monitoring system. Every school must develop their own monitoring system. Okay, monitoring process. What are the steps that we need to do in order to monitor effectively? We also need to know the characteristics of a good monitoring reporting. So after the monitoring, we have to create a report. No? The data collected must be reported to the concerned authorities. And the last is the ways how to make the monitoring effective. Okay. Hello guys, hello to my friends who are also here, my co-educators, former colleagues, my former students who are here. So let's move on to the next slide. Before we dig deeper to the topic, I want us to know if we have the same understanding of the meaning of monitoring. I have 3 definitions here, and all you have to do is to read them, and then you identify which among the definition is the definition of monitoring. And you can please write your answer in the chat box. So I will give you time to read and then identify which among the 3 definition is the definition of monitoring. Okay, number 3 is the definition of monitoring. Number 2, according to others, it's number 1. Okay, number 1 and 2, number 3. Okay, we have different answers. So this is a pre-assessment, no? We are all teachers here, and before we dig deeper to the next topic, we have to let the teachers know that we have the same understanding of the topic to be discussed. Okay, so number 1, the systematic collection of information on all aspects of the project while it is being implemented. Is it the meaning of, is it the definition of monitoring? Okay, if you answer number 1, you are correct, no? Monitoring is a systematic collection of information, of data, while the project or the activity or the program is being implemented. Okay? What about number 2? If you answer number 2, correct, very good, no? So monitoring is the continuing and systematic process of collecting, analyzing, and interpreting and reporting information to improve delivery of outputs and sustainability of results. So while number 3, do you think number 3 is the definition of monitoring? No. So number 3 is wrong because it is the definition. It refers to evaluation. When we talk about assessment, no, of the project, it's evaluation. Okay, congratulations those who got the answer correctly. 1 and 2 is the meaning of monitoring. When we say monitoring, it's a systematic collection of ongoing activities. No, it's a process of analyzing and reporting information, while evaluation is assessment, a systematic assessment already. If the project has been effective, no? Okay, let's go to the next slide. We have 3 new sets of, let's see if you understand already the meaning of monitoring and evaluation. Okay, which among the definitions written here is monitoring and which is evaluation? Let me see your answers. Read carefully before answering. So monitoring is, according to them, it's number 3. Number 2, 1 and 3, 2 and 3. Number 2, according to Trisha, it's number 2, number 2. Okay, so number 1, okay, Dice got it correctly, no? Number 2 and 3 refers to monitoring. Okay, very good, Miss Chevy Cabanag. It's number 2 and 3. Very good. Isa Duenas also got it correctly. 1 is evaluation, according to Erickson. Very good. So we now know that the process of assessment or process of assessing of a project, if it has achieved the objectives or not, refers to evaluation. But if we talk about ongoing, no, a systematic collection, systematic process of data collection, it refers to monitoring. So number 1 talks about evaluation. Very good, Erickson. Cromwell, very good, Taduran. While number 2 and 3 refers to monitoring. So we can now move on to the next slide because I think we are already have a good understanding of the definition of monitoring. Okay, so to ensure quality education, we need to include monitoring as part of our quality framework, no? So it is the responsibility of the school to monitor the quality of teaching being provided to the students. For example po, we hire good teachers, no? We hire the best of the best teachers. But we really need to monitor if they come to school on time, no? If they deliver the lesson well, if they finish, if they give good performance tasks, no? If they provide good instruction to their students, no? So it is the statutory role of the school to assure the quality education, not only that, but also to assure the quality of service and to look for ways to continuously improve. Hindi po natatapos yung improvement. Pinakamahusay na po tayo ngayon, pero may mas ihuhusay pa po tayo. So improvement must be a continuous activity. It's a continuous process, no? The next is that all staff must recognize their important role in monitoring and improving standards. Do you like to be monitored? Do you want to be monitored? Is it okay for you to be monitored by your coordinators and by your principals? Okay lang po sa inyo na nagra-round si principal, minomonitor po yung inyong attendance. Naku, walang sumasagot. Yes, okay lang po. Okay, yes, okay lang po. So monitoring must be fully embedded in our school improvement agenda. Because if we don't monitor, we will not improve. So I don't mind. Sabi ni Trisha, it's okay. No? Because Trisha is doing her best every day and it's fine for her to be monitored. No? She is excited to be observed during classes because Trisha is always, maybe Trisha is always ready to be observed. No? When your principal come in to your classroom to observe you, no, you will gladly welcome the principal or the coordinator. No? Okay lang po ma'am para may transparency. Okay, Ma'am Jamie, thank you. Sometimes other teachers will also observe you, not to judge, but also to learn from you. No? So if we allow others to see what we are doing inside the classroom, the school will improve. Hindi po pwede na si Ma'am Jamie lang ang magaling na teacher sa buong school. We cannot say that we have a good school if only 2 teachers are really excel. No? Kailangan po, we share strategies. No? We share our expertise to other teachers. No? So that the whole organization will improve. So teachers don't mind if they are monitored because they are always doing their best. Okay? So let's go to the next slide. Now, what are the focus areas for monitoring? Ano po ba yung titignan natin for us to have quality instruction? Sabi po ng professor ko dati, do not assume that if you teach well, the students learn. No? We need to monitor the performance of the students. No? So these are some areas that we need to focus on in monitoring. Number 1 is the implementation of the curriculum. Next is the teacher's performance, of course, the performance of the learners, no, the educational resources that we have, the facilities of the school, equipment, and also student services. So let's go first to curriculum implementation. How do we know that we have an effective curriculum implementation? Let's go to the next slide, ma'am. Okay, so we have classroom observation. Actually, we have different types of classroom observation. We have informal or walkthrough observation. And then we have the formal observation. The walkthrough or informal observation is intended to help and assist the teachers, to help the teachers improve. That observation is not for grading, but to assist. No? During the first year of online classes, we really have intensive monitoring of teachers because they are at home, not because we are doubting if they are teaching or not, but because we need to give them assistance because some of the teachers are not yet really technologically prepared. So sometimes, makikita nyo po sa camera, yung camera ng isang teacher nakatapat lang dun sa nose niya. So we need to inform the teacher, you have to adjust. No? Or sometimes the audio is not clear. Or sometimes the teacher cannot present the PowerPoint. So we need to call the LMS coordinator so that to assist the teacher. I love walking around the hallway. I usually observe, especially the new teachers, because I want to improve the way they teach. Hindi po tayo palagi mag-observe to find faults, no? We also observe to somehow appreciate what the teacher is doing and then share what the teacher is, the best practices to other teachers also. No? Magagaling po lahat magturo pero minsan yung strategies na ginagamit natin sa klase, sa atin lang yun. Hindi natin nasi-share sa iba. So, classroom observation is a way also for some teachers to learn from other teachers. No? So, we observe classes to know how the teachers ask questions, how the teachers integrate values integration, how they apply the concepts in real life situation, so that we can improve the way the teachers teach the lesson. No, we are not fault finding monitors inside the classroom. We monitor to improve. Alam niyo po, meron talaga ayaw nilang ma-observe kasi yung observer nila, ang nakikita palagi, ano yung mali. So as observers, if we have school leaders who are here right now, no, we may start the observation by looking also in the best practices of the teachers. And then ask them what they think are the things they need to improve about their teaching before we give our own observation. No? So kailangan din po, tanungin natin yung teacher, sa tingin mo, ano pa bang dapat natin i-improve doon sa teaching learning process? And then we can also give our own observation. Okay? And we also need to monitor how many times do we need to observe pala muna. So I have to go back. Our practice is that we observe every teacher, the coordinator observe the teacher formally. Formal observation is done once every quarter. The principal will observe the teachers twice per year. So the coordinator will observe for 4 times a year. The principal will observe twice a year. But for the walkthrough or informal observation, we can do that as many times, as needed, for the teachers to improve, especially the new teachers. Alam niyo po, I've been teaching for more than 3 decades, and I think that we still need to improve every day. Hindi po pwede yung strategy natin nung araw, 10 years ago, yun pa din ang ginagamit natin, no? Because we have new learners now, no? We have new sets of learners. Iba na po yung characteristics ng mga bata ngayon. So, we also have to align our strategies with the kind of students that we have now. Okay? Next is we need to also monitor the learning plan, syllabus of our teachers. Why do we need to monitor that? We need to see the alignment of the learning plan with the syllabus. We need to know if the teachers are submitting their plan. We are doing weekly plans. Some schools they have daily plan. No? Because if we do not have a plan, we cannot go anywhere. Hindi po pwede na, ay 15 years na ako nagtuturo. No? Hindi ko na kailangan ang plan. No? Pero kahit po mamamalengke lang tayo, meron po tayong plano. Kung magta-travel tayo, meron tayong plano. So, we also need to plan the activities that we need to give to our students. We need to prepare the PowerPoint. No? We also have syllabus monitoring. No? We need to know for this quarter, do we achieve our targets for this quarter? That's we have to put in our monitoring. Do we achieve our learning outcomes for this first quarter? If not, we have to teach that again, reteach, no? Make some remediation so that the students will be able to learn all the skills they need to learn. The next one is corridor monitoring. Do you also have a corridor monitoring schedule in your school? Okay. Corridor monitoring, the learning area coordinators conduct corridor monitoring. You know, every hour there's one learning area coordinator who walks around to check if there are teachers already in the classroom, if the students are already inside of the classroom. Sometimes po kasi may mga bata nagsi-CR pero they just roam around the building and they don't go back to their classroom. So we need to monitor. So every hour, somebody, an LAC or the learning area coordinators are monitoring. The grade level coordinators and the prefect of discipline also conducts monitoring. Okay. So we also need to monitor the students' activities. What are the activities that we implemented to the students? What are the activities we offer to them? And we also monitor the attendance of the students and how they engage in these activities. Yesterday, we have a career readiness activity for the students. This career readiness is for the students who are at home. So there are the set B students who are at home. They need to attend. So the teachers will monitor who among the students attended the activity, and then they will provide the report to the co-curricular coordinator, so that we will be able to remind the students who were not able to attend next time to attend the activity. Okay, if they know that they are being monitored, they will attend. If they know that we monitor their attendance. Okay, let's move on to the next slide. Aside from curriculum implementation, we also monitor the teacher's performance. So classroom observation again is monitored. No, we do classroom observation to improve, no, the teaching learning process. We also conduct classroom observation to rate the teachers. No, ganun po. Ang mga walkthrough po, wala po yung grade, pero po yung mga formal classroom observation, we use that to rate the teachers. No? So we usually have 4, as I said earlier, 4 classroom observations, formal. Okay? Kasi po pag isang beses mo lang inobserve ang teacher, unfair naman sa kanya yon, yung araw na yon hindi siya masyado naka-prepare. So we have to get the average of all 4 classroom observation. Siguro naman sa ibang time ay mas okay na po yung teaching process ni teacher. Okay? We also monitor the attendance of the teachers. No? We log in and log out. We have a practice that the teachers also manually encoded their attendance in the log sheet of their learning area coordinator. Hindi lang po doon sa system nag-attendance. Upon entering, they will proceed to the desk or table of the coordinator and they will log in their attendance for easy monitoring. So, malalaman na po ni LAC, halimbawa, this week pala, 3 beses na to na late si teacher. Ay, itong month na po na ito, si teacher meron na agad 4 na absent. So, hindi po kasi natin agad makikita yun sa system. So, mas maganda siguro kung meron din siyang log sheet. Why do we need to monitor the attendance? No? How can we have quality instruction if the teacher is not around or if the teacher is always absent? Diba? Ang husay-husay ni teacher magturo, pero once a week lang siya pumapasok. So, gaano kadami lang po kaya ang naituro, no? Minsan naman si teacher, very early dumating sa school, nakapag-almusal pa, nakapag-make up, pero anong oras na kaya siya umakyat sa classroom? No? So, that's why we have also corridor monitoring. We also monitor teachers' attendance in trainings and seminars. We have this target that in our operational plan, that our target is for the teachers to have more than 5 seminars per school year. So we need to monitor, ilan na ba ang na-attendan ni Ma'am Chevy, ilan na ba na-attendan ni Ma'am Trisha or ni Ma'am Jamie for this school year. Ay naku, hindi pala natin napadala si teacher kahit sa isang seminar. Kawawa naman, 10 years na siya sa school, pero kahit isang seminar, wala pa pala siya na-attendan. No? So we need to also give others the chance to attend trainings. Okay? So there should be off-campus trainings and there should also be in-campus trainings. We also monitor the attendance of teachers in the activities in the school. No? Do they attend the recognition ceremony? Do they attend wellness activities? No? And other co-curricular activities. We also monitor that because we need the teachers to help us discipline the students during the activities. They need to be there. Okay? So aside from that, we also monitor the submission of the required documents like grade sheets, no, test questions, and table of specifications. So the LAC, they have this monitoring forms for lesson plan, TQs, TOS, grade sheet, as a way to monitor the submission of documents, no, and other requirements of the teachers. Bakit ba kailangan, ma'am, lahat na lang i-monitor po, no? So, if we don't submit the test questions on time, no, maybe the principal and the LAC will miss the chance to really check your exam. And then we need to print or encode the exam in the system. So, baka po naman hindi makapag-exam ang mga bata on time if we don't submit the test questions, no, on the deadline. So, as much as possible, we have to submit the documents, no, the test during the on or before the deadline. Okay po? Okay pa po tayo? Ang dami naman palang minomonitor, ma'am, no? Bakit po yan minomonitor? Hindi lang po para i-rank si teacher. Hindi lang po para bigyan si teacher. We also monitor the teacher's performance so that we have quality instruction. O hindi mo nakukuha ng exam yung mga bata kasi si teacher ay hindi nakapagpasa na. Naku, hindi pa pwede magbigay ng grade. Andyan na yung mga parents, hindi pa gawa yung report card. Bakit? Kasi hindi pa nagsasubmit ang 5 teacher ng grade nila. So sad. Nandiyan na yung mga parents, hindi pa natin mabigyan ng feedback about the performance of the students. Okay? So why do we need to monitor also the seminars attended? No? Para din po malaman natin ano pa bang training ang kailangan ng mga teachers. Hindi lang po minomonitor yan para i-rate kayo ng HR para malaman kung gaano ba kalaki ang i-add sa salary ninyo, no? We also need to monitor. We have a TNA, or what do you call that? Training needs assessment of teachers, to know what are the trainings that the teachers think they need to have. Ano pa ba ang kulang na training sa mga teachers? No? Ito na-attend na to ni teacher, no? Nag-attend na to si Sid, nag-attend na ng training na to. So next time kapag may training na nito, ibang teacher naman yung a-attend. Okay? So we need to have a monitoring report about the seminars and trainings attended by the teacher. We do that quarterly. No, the teacher submits to their LAC the list of seminars attended for the quarter. And also the learning area coordinator, also I think they also submit that in their accomplishment report. Our practice is that the learning area coordinators, co-curricular coordinators submits accomplishment report once a month to the principal, and the principal will submit the accomplishment report of the department to the BED director. That is one way of monitoring our achievements for the quarter. Okay? Aside from that, we also, ito po pinaka-importante, sabi nga ni Ma'am Myla kanina, we also need to monitor the overall well-being of the faculty. Meron po bang relationship, ma'am, yung well-being ng faculty dun sa quality teaching? So, opo naman, if the teachers do not have quality rest, quality life, no? Hindi din po makakapagturo yan with quality. So, we have to make sure that the teachers are well. Mahirap po magturo pag mayroong ibang nararamdaman, o masama ang pakiramdam, o masama ang loob, no? Hindi lang po yung minsan masama ang pakiramdam. Pag masama din po ang loob ng mga teachers, sobrang pagod sila, they really cannot teach effectively. So, ma'am, next slide. I want to share some of the wellness activities that we have. In our school, we have Monday devotion. We do it regularly every Monday afternoon. Okay? This is really very helpful for us to relax, reflect, and to renew our connection with God and with one another. So we do that every Monday. We usually reflect on the gospel of Sunday, Sunday's gospel. No, we use the Sunday gospel for our Monday devotion. And we sometimes we assign different areas. For example, last Monday, the assigned department is the MAPE department. They are the one who will share their reflection about the gospel. The other week, we have the Filipino department. And after that, some of the teachers may also volunteer to share their reflection about the gospel. Alam niyo po, malaking tulong tong devotion sa amin. Kasi nakikita ko na hindi lang po yung connection namin sa Diyos na i-improve, no? Nakikita ko na yung connection din namin sa isa't isa. Na bilang magkakasama sa trabaho ay nagiging mas maganda, no? Alam niyo po, sa trabaho, tayo ay may pagkakaiba-iba sa ating mga personality. Magkakaiba-iba tayo ng strategy, magkakaiba-iba ng challenges sa pinagdadaanan. But dahil po dyan sa aming Monday devotion, nagkakaunawaan kami, naunawaan natin ang pinagdadaanan ng bawat isa. At mas nagiging maganda yung pagsasamahan namin at pagtatrabaho. Nakikita namin yung goodness, yung puso ng bawat isa na nag-a-attend. Do you also have devotion in your school? Do you also have religious activities? What are the religious activities you have in your own school? May I know? Meron po ba kayong mga religious activities in your school? Do you have First Friday or First Wednesday? Oh, we have, okay. Thank you po. Leksyon Divina din po itong ginagawa. We have First Friday Mass. Thank you po. Infante Osa. Okay. What about in the other schools, other teachers? What are your other practices? Black Rosary, First Friday Mass, Rosary Month, and Recollection. Very good. Nakikita po ba natin yung importance nito sa ating work performance as teachers? Can you give some of your reflection? Ano po sa experience niyo po? What are the effect of having these religious activities for you and for your institution? Meron po ba siyang malaking epekto sa performance po ng teachers and the quality of teaching they give to their students? Wala naman palang epekto. So kung walang epekto, no? Hindi naman pala spiritual growth according to Michael, we will still need to do an evaluation. Actually, we are to understand each one, okay? From Salvation, Frondoso, help us clear our minds, spiritual nourishment to build our culture of respect and collaboration. Very good, Miss Angela Punsha. Very good answer. Actually, we are having a research about the effects of Lectio Divina on the relationship and performance of teachers. We just presented the FCAL department just presented their proposal last Thursday. Ma'am Caperida, hello po. We have First Friday Mass, Barangay Rosary. Thank you, Ma'am Caperida. I think Ma'am Caperida is from my former school, San Sebastian. Hello po, ma'am. So, make sure that you have religious wellness activities also. Para dun po, ora et labor. It allows the teacher to know him or herself more through reflection. Thank you, Ma'am Ivy. Alam niyo po, minsan parang tayong langgam, trabaho lang tayo ng trabaho. Parang nawawala na yung self-worth natin. So we really need to stop for a while and pray and reconnect to our Creator. Napaka-importante po talaga. Aaminin ko po sa inyo, sa hirap po ng trabaho natin bilang mga educators, lalo na po dun sa mga school leaders. If we do not have trust in God, if we do not have a connection with God. Hi, Ma'am Jamie, spiritual nourishment. Help us involve God. Tama po yun, no? Minsan parang hindi mo na kaya yung mga challenges na dumadating. Pero magdaan ka lang sa chapel saglit. Lord, I raise up everything to you. Please help us with these challenges that we are experiencing. My everyday rosary pa po pala. Thank you, Ma'am Caperida. Alam niyo po, this is my habit that I developed from my former school that I am still doing until now. I pray the rosary every day inside the chapel before starting my work. Nakuha ko pa yan po sa former school ko. Hanggang ngayon po, I have a specific spot inside the chapel every day where I pray. I pray the rosary before I start my work every day. And I think really that God is the source of my strength. No? Marami pong pagsubok yung buong araw, pero napagtatagumpayan po natin yun dahil lagi natin kasama si Lord sa ating buhay. We also have physical wellness activity. Sana hindi ako pagalitan nila for posting this, no? This picture is just the activity we had yesterday. We have every Friday physical wellness program. So 4 o'clock to 5 o'clock every Friday po. Masaya po yan kasi hindi lang po tayo magiging physically fit, na nalalabas din po natin yung mga stress natin for the whole week. So, sana po meron din po kayong time, no, to be physically well. We have physical, spiritual devotion. Once a week Zumba, very good, Ma'am Caperida. We have employees, sports fest also. Okay. So we need to have a balance work-life balance, sabi nga po nila, no? Kailangan nating tapusin ang trabaho natin, pero minsan hindi matatapos eh. Feeling ko mauuna pa po tayong matapos. So minsan, Ma'am Caperida, uwi na po tayo. Sasabihin ni Ma'am Caperida, ay Ma'am, wait lang, kailangan ko itong tapusin. Pero yung work po talaga, hindi po yan talaga natatapos. No? So we really have take time to relax, no? For us to be physically well. Okay, let's move on to the next slide. So we have to monitor if the teachers are attending our wellness activities, no? So we have also recreational activities. We have also team building activities, no? Minsan po nga, hindi na kailangan ng school ang maggagastos kung wala namang budget. Sometimes galing na rin sa pocket natin kung hindi talaga kaya ng school. And I also believe that hindi naman kailangan masyadong mahal, no, yung mga activities masyadong malayo o masyadong bongga, as long as we are together, no. Ito pong nasa unang picture, that's at SVD farm in Silang, no. This one also in I forgot the name of the resort. Minsan mga teacher nag-chip in din sila. It doesn't have to be from the budget of the school. No? Minsan gastusan din po natin yung sarili nating wellness kasi para din naman po yan sa atin. Naku, wala naman budget ng school. So, kung wala naman ang budget ng school, pwede din naman tayo gastusan natin yung sarili natin. Ano? Kasi lalo na pag maliliit naman ang school, hindi nila kaya yung masyadong malaking gastos. We can also share para naman tayo makapag-enjoy. Natatapos ko po ang semester or ako ang tatapusin ng semester, Char. Oo nga po. Lagi po sinasabi yan eh. Minsan tinatawag na po ako ng VP director, mabilali ka na, una tayo. Sabi ko, ma'am, tatapusin ko lang po to. Pero nare-realize nga natin, no? Hindi natatapos. Ito po, just last Friday, kahapon, ganito po kakapal pa yung mga syllabus and action plan na I still have to check and sign. No? Hindi ko na rin inuwi sa bahay kasi nga meron pa ako ngayon. Pero let us just enjoy working. Sana all my team building, Sid. Oo, dapat mag-initiate kayo sa school. No? Kahit mismo sa school lang. I want to share, last Teacher's Day, we just had a celebration inside the school. We celebrate inside the faculty room. We just borrowed a television set. Nag-video kami doon, nag-lunch, no? At sobrang saya po ng mga teachers. Sabi ko, naku, siguro, pag meron lang kami ganitong activity sa school, hindi siguro mababurn out yung mga teachers. So why do we need to monitor these activities? We need to monitor, no? For us to know if the teachers are still engaged. Oy, may video ka session, Ma'am Chevy. TV lang, Ma'am Chevy, saka mic lang. Okay na po yun, no? Nakakita ko din po na napakadaming talented na teachers, no? Si principal lang po ang sablay ang boses. So ako po ay tagapalakpak lang doon. Kasi sabi ko, kung may dadating na bagyo, ako na naman po ang masisisi. So hanggang ano lang, palakpak lang po ako doon. Pero the teachers are really so very talented talaga. Talagang sabi ko nga, sa monthly birthday celebration namin, hiramin ulit namin yung TV. Kami po halos team building ang Teacher's Day Celeb. Yun, very good. Very good po yan na lahat talaga tayo. We enjoy the company of each other. Alam mo, isa din pong effect niyan ng mga wellness activities, no? We got to know each other outside work. Kasi minsan we just communicate because of the work we are doing. Hindi tayo nagkakakilala ng malalim sa isa't isa. Pero kapag nakita mo yung tao, oy naku, nakilala mo siya, naku Ma'am Chevy, wag mo yan, ako maganda ang panahon ngayon. Pag maganda po yung samahan ng mga tao sa isang organization, it's really very healthy to work. Kasi kasama po yan sa emotional wellness natin na masaya tayo nagtatrabaho at kasundo natin ang lahat sa department, no? Kailangan natin na naka-relax tayo, tapos pag nakita naman natin yung hindi natin kasundo, nasira na kaagad yung buhay natin, no? So, we really have to appreciate each other, have a good relationship with everyone. Totoo naman po na hindi tayo lahat magiging magkakaibigan, pero sana pilitin natin na mahalin ang isa't isa kung ano man ang pagkakaiba-iba natin. Yan naman ang turo sa atin ni Lord, no? Na kailangan din natin talaga sundin, no? Love others as you love yourself. Talaga. Yan naman talaga ang greatest commandment sa atin. Na kung ano pa ang kapwa mo, kailangan mo din mahalin. Lalo yung katrabaho mo, kung araw-araw mo yan makikita, araw-araw yan nasa loob sa faculty, hindi pwedeng hindi mo siya makakasalubong. So, you really have to establish a good relationship with them. Nako, pag masarap yung mga kasama mo, masarap din naman talaga magtrabaho, no? Pag nag-e-enjoy kayong lahat at kahit ano pang problemang pagdaanan, alam mo na magkakasama kayo na haharapin. No? Yan po yung isang maganda kapag meron talagang mga team building activities. Hindi lang po yan tawanan-tawanan, no? Na-strengthen po din yung ating working relationship. Okay, let's move on to the next slide. Ang dami ko ng kwento. Okay, we have monthly birthday celebration. Ito po yung birthday celebration ko. I was surprised, no? Grabe talaga yung pagmamahal ng mga teachers, no? Nakakataba ng puso na nag-prepare sila para sa birthday mo at nagpe-prepare din sa birthday ng ibang mga kasamahan. So sana po sineselebrate natin yung, no? Before the meeting or before the monthly meeting, we have birthday, no? Meron tayong birthday celebration para sa ating mga kasamahan, no? At ipagpasalamat natin sa Diyos that because of their life is a blessing to all of us, no? Ang kanilang buhay ay pagpapala ng Diyos sa atin. We also celebrated different activities like ito po, Feast Day of our Mother of Perpetual Help. We joined the Caracol competition and luckily we won the grand prize for this competition. Sobrang saya po magtrabaho kapag meron po dito mga wellness activities. So we need to monitor if we have a balanced programming po, no? Because there are 4 aspects of well-being kasi. There is spiritual well-being, physical well-being, emotional, and also mental well-being. Lahat po yan kailangan nating ma-address. So tingnan po natin yung mga wellness activities natin. Baka puro physical well-being yan. No? Masyadong sexy yung mga teachers, magaganda ang kanilang, hindi sila nagkakasakit, pero emotionally they are hurt. Baka si principal pala ang nakasakit sa puso nila, no? Tingnan din po natin yung spiritual side, no? O yung kanilang mental well-being. Okay pa ba sila? Sabi nga ni teacher, ma'am, wag naman laging puro trabaho ang itatanong mo sa amin. Kailangan kamustahin mo din kami kung okay pa ba kami. O yun, napagalitan ako ng isang teacher. Kasi palagi, puro trabaho na lang ang sinesend ni ma'am sa messenger. Di man lang nangangamusta, no? Nung online, kamusta na ba kayo? Masaya ba kayo dyan? Ano, wala bang nagkakasakit sa pamilya? So, we have to monitor the activities to strike a balance, no? Hindi lang puro trabaho. Kasi, di naman tayo mga robots, eh. No? Mga tao tayo. And we also need to relax, no? And be with in touch with our inner core sometimes. Okay po? Let's move on to the next. Okay. For the students' performance, siguro po kanina yung curriculum implementation, the principal and the learning area coordinators are assigned, no, to monitor that, the GLC. But for the students' performance, I think this is the responsibility of the teacher to monitor and to report to the respective authorities, no? So, are the students still engaged? Meron po akong nababalitaan, yung mga bata after their online classes for 2 years, masyado pong tahimik daw ang mga bata. Nakamute pa po ata sila. No? Hanggang ngayon po, nakamute pa po ang mga bata. May mga students pa po talaga na hindi pa rin po sila engaged. No? We also need to monitor the types of output. No? The output that the students are submitting to us. No? Do students submit quality outputs? No? And also the results of their tests, their examination, and also their performance tasks. Why do we need to monitor the students' performance? That is our gauge for us to know if we deliver quality instruction. Sabi nga ni teacher ko, huwag kang asumera. Do not assume that if you teach, the students learn. You have to monitor. Naku, maos na si teacher sa kaka-explain, no? You discuss for 1 hour. But after that, you gave them the test, but the students failed in the exam. So you need to monitor. Test 1, quiz 1, ilan na ba ang nakuha ng bata? Quiz 2, quiz 3, naku, puro failed. No? That is your monitoring record. So you need to talk to the child, no? Wag nang hintayin na bumagsak. You have to inform the parents right away of the performance of the student. Ay naku, why do we monitor the attendance? And tinatanong ko sa mga teachers, why do we need to monitor the attendance of the students? Wala namang grade yan. Hindi naman, wala nang grade equivalent ang attendance. But we need to monitor for us to address, for us to know the condition, the status of the students. O anak, bakit ba palaging uma-absent? Ano bang problema? No? Bakit ka nawawala sa klase? No? So, we monitor not only for the sake of recording. Kaya nga po dapat, after the exam, the teachers will check the outputs, the exam right away. Kasi kung sa dulo pa po natin lahat i-record, nakita namin, wala pala siya kahit isang exam. Ay, naku, lagot. Ay, bagsak pala lahat ng quiz patay, hindi ko na inform ang magulang. So, sana po, after checking the exam, you record it so that you can monitor the performance of the students. For example, teachers in English, no? You have to analyze the type of essays, teacher in FCL, the reflection submitted by the students, no? You have to monitor and really check, no, the content of their essays. Kasi baka doon may makuha tayong important information, how we can teach well, how can we better deliver instruction, no? Tinatanong ko nga po palagi, kapag bagsak po ba yung bata, sinong may kasalanan? Ay naku, tamad po talaga yan mag-aral, ma'am. Hindi po talaga nagpapapasok yan. Ay naku, ma'am, di nakikinig. Sobrang likot talaga ng bata, no? If you only look at the child, no, as the main factor while he or she failed, siguro po hindi natin mai-improve ang system, no? So, there are a lot of factors that contributes, no, to the performance of the students, no? So, we really have to monitor everything. We also monitor the performance of the students in several contests. Diba? Kung talagang mahuhusay ang mga bata natin, palaging talo. No? We just had the ASMEPS contest, and our student in science is rank 1 in the regional ASMEPS contest. No? So mahusay po talaga. Other students are national qualifiers. The other one is rank 4 in math, I think, no? So we also have a report on the winnings of the students per month. We monitor that. So if we saw that students are not performing well in contest, we need to intensify our enrichment activities, no? The coaches must know how to enrich. Kailangan pa ba mas mahabang time, mas maraming materials for the review? Okay? So, aside from that, we also have to monitor the participation in different activities of the students. Ano bang activities ang ayaw nilang mag-participate? Bakit ba nila ayaw mag-participate? We are preparing so hard, no, for different activities we offer to the students, but very few are attending. Why? Maybe the activities are not applicable or is not relevant to the students anymore. So we need to somehow improve the activities that we have. May I know what are the important, relevant activities that you, for a while? May I know what are the relevant activities you are implementing in your school? Are you implementing these activities this school year already? Do you have club days? Okay, yes. Sabi ni ma'am, yes, we will implement. Okay. Ano pong mga activities ang meron kayo sa school? We have clubs, sabi ni Jane. And we also have, ayun, sabi ni Ma'am Magnolia, may mga clubs din sila. subject monthly celebration. Ma'am Magnolia, ano po yung subject monthly celebration? Pwede ko po bang tawagin si Ma'am Magnolia? Ay, ganito lang pala tayo. Ang dami pong activities, no? Sana po, I cannot unmute according to Ma'am Magnolia. We have clubs. Environment Week, we have buwan ng wika, literacy week, and STEM week. Ayun, ang dami po nating activities for the students. But we also need to monitor and evaluate. No? Kasi minsan bigay na lang tayo ng bigay ng activities kasi akala natin gusto ng mga bata. Ayan, meron po kaming National Book Week. Meron din po kaming Book Week this coming November, ma'am. No? We need to encourage the students to read. Wala na po atang nagbabasa, TikTok na lang po ata tayo ng TikTok. Diba? So, yung mga bata, hindi na po sila masyadong nag-i-enjoy sa pagbabasa ngayon. So, all the activities we implement, we monitor and evaluate as well. So that we can improve the kind of activities we offer to the students. Okay, let's go to the next slide po. Parang mahaba pa yung sa akin. Okay, kailangan pa po ba ito, yung facilities and equipment, for us to ensure quality instruction, no? So, hindi lang po si teacher ang factor, no? It's not the teacher alone who is the factor for us to give quality instruction. We need also to have laboratories, other facilities, and these facilities must have enough equipment, no? For example, we have how many laboratories do you have? We have the dry lab, the wet lab. Ayun, very good. We conduct evaluation and submit the report. And also, you must also use the data gathered in the evaluation to improve. Kasi minsan, nag-evaluate, very good. Pero after evaluation, we do not utilize the data gathered from the evaluation. So, tingnan din po natin. It's also a good research, no? Assessing students' engagement in different activities. Pwede din po yan. Pag-aralan natin. Ano ang preferred activities ng mga students. Kasi tayo matatanda, tayo nagpe-prepare ng activities for them. No? Siguro we can involve students in the planning also of the co-curricular activities. Tama po ba? We have to involve them in planning the activities. Baka kasi yung mga binibigay natin, hindi na pala yun ang gusto nila. Akala lang natin, importante at gusto nila. Pero students may suggest also the activities that they really enjoy. Okay, so with regards to laboratories, we need to monitor the laboratory equipment. Do we have enough computers in the computer laboratory? Do we have working microscope? No? Meron po ba tayo doon? Monitor po din natin yung library collection. Baka yung mga books po natin doon, panahon pa ni Magellan, no? Baka naghihiwa-hiwalay na po yung pages. We have to monitor the library acquisition as well. Okay? Is our gymnasium still safe for the students? Do we have enough sports equipment for them to use? Okay? Okay. For example, may gym nga, wala naman palang bola. So, mga students, nag-imagine lang sila na nakashoot sila. No? Nakailang shoot ka ngayon, na-imagine ko po, ma'am, na nakalimang shoot na pala ako ngayon. So, if we do not have enough equipment, kahit may facilities po tayo, we cannot give quality instruction. So, we need to have a monitoring of our acquisition, monitoring of our the condition of our facilities. No? Do you have an auditorium in your school? Do you also have a chapel? Is the chapel open every day? Can the students visit the chapel any time they want? Ayun, meron po silang chapel, meron din pong auditorium. So, to ensure quality instruction, we also must have appropriate enough equipment, no? and facilities for the students to use. Minsan, hindi po tayo makapag-PE class kasi wala po tayong facility. So, imagination na lang po yung nagbabalibol tayo o sige, o na ano ba, natira mo ba yan? Nakashoot ka ba ngayon? Okay? So, whatever the facilities needed by the students, if we have that, we really also have to monitor. May schedule po ba tayo? Ilan po bang klase ang nagla-laboratory? How many times do students use the lab? Naku, sa isang taon, si teacher once lang naka-visit ng laboratory. We also need to monitor the library utilization. Do you have online library also? No? We can monitor if the students are borrowing books, if they are utilizing the online resources. And we need to get the report from the librarian. No? We also have awarding of the most outstanding library user. Meron din pong ganon. Ina-award din po yan. So, the chief librarian or the library staff will prepare a report. Sino bang pinakamarami nahiram sa library? No? And we award the students who are always borrowing, and I hope they are reading what they are borrowing from the library. We also need the teachers to borrow books from the library. Ha? Hindi lang yung mga bata. Kailangan din. Ang mga teachers also visit the library. So the library must have enough collection, acquisition of books, not only for the students, but for the teachers as well. Kailangan po talaga natin magpasa. So we go to the student services. What are the services we need to monitor? Ma'am Sarah? Okay. So for students' wellness, alam niyo po yung mga bata, if they are not feeling well, no, meron silang mga nararamdaman na hindi maganda, they are not mentally well, they're not physically well, hindi rin po talaga yan sila matututo. If they are bothered, if they are worrying something, or if they have inner struggles, pag may mga problema po yung mga bata, ang dami po nilang mga concerns, no? Daming mga bagay na nagpapalungkot sa kanila. No? We really need to refer them to the guidance counselor. Dati po, nung araw, we only send those students with problems to the guidance office. Ako na guidance yan si Mabel. No? Kasi masyado makulit. But now, we really, most of our students, no, are having some challenges, lalo na po pagka high school. No? There are students who are at risk. Alam niyo na yan, may mga suicidal tendency. No? Marami po silang mga iba-ibang nararamdaman. We really have to refer them. So, the guidance counselor must monitor the number of students who visits the guidance office. No? Do they have a regular interview? Kasi po yung mga ibang bata hindi naman talaga pupunta. Yung mga teachers, minsan nagre-refer. Pero meron pa silang regular counseling with the students. Pati po school service, we need to monitor. No? Kasi baka mamaya inefficient na yung service natin. Hindi na namomonitor yung dating ng mga bata sa school, nalilate na sila, or dahil maraming iniikutan yung school service bago dumating sa school, pagod na po yung bata. Parang nag-travel na po sila sa buong mundo bago sila makarating sa school. No, nahilo na po yung mga bata. Pagdating sa school, inaantok na sila kasi ang aga-aga po silang sinusundo ng service. So we really need to monitor, no, the school bus service. Also, the kind of food that we serve to our students. No? Ano po ba? Healthy food po ba yun? We have to monitor that. Okay? So let's move on to the next slide. It's already 4 o'clock. Okay, there are still some focus areas for monitoring. Meron pa pong iba, no? Pero to ensure quality teaching, yun pong nauna natin na curriculum implementation, teachers' performance, learners' performance, and student services. Yun po talaga ang mas gawa natin ang focus for us, no? But there are other areas like school management, no, community partnership, students and parent satisfaction and feedback, enrollment and retention of students. We really have to monitor these areas. For example, we have student survey, no? And parent satisfaction survey also, and student satisfaction survey, for us to know what services that we need to improve. Okay? We also monitor the enrollment, daily enrollment, and the retention of students. No? Ilan po ba ang after 1 year nagda-drop na? O ilan yung nasa middle ng school year nag-drop na? So we monitor the retention of the students, no? And we also monitor those students who are transferring to other schools. We ask them to make a letter stating the reason why they are transferring, for us to monitor, to know what are the factors that led for them to transfer to another school. No? Ano kaya ang dahilan? Natatakot pa kay teacher o kay principal? Nahihirapan ba magbiyahe? No? So, we also have targets, how many students, how many percentage of enrollees we need to target next school year. How many students we need to retain. Meron po talagang mga key indicators na gano'n. That is also included in our operational plan. Okay? So, let's move on to the next topic. Okay. So, monitoring is really important, and we have here, number 1, it provides information on the current status of the delivery of education and services. We don't have to assume. Huwag po natin, ay, ang ganda, ang galing, ang husay, no? We need to collect information. We need to collect the data from the students. Hindi po natin ang husay-husay natin. We really have to gather data for us to know the current status of the service we are giving to the students. No? And then, this information contributes to the organizational learning. No? And knowledge sharing by reflecting on information gathered. We have to analyze the data. We have to reflect on the data on hand. We have to reflect on the reports given by the co-curricular coordinator, the reports from the library, from the guidance office, no? For us to really learn about something that we can improve, no? So that we will continuously improve. Okay, next slide po. Okay, monitoring supports program implementation with accurate, no, evidence-based data to improve program performance. So po yung sinasabi ko kanina na hindi tayo nag-assume. Based on our monitoring, no, based on the evidence that we gathered, no, we can improve the implementation of our program. No, hindi lang po tayo assume ng assume. No, our decisions are evidence-based po. Number 4 is to promote and celebrate our work by highlighting our accomplishments. No? Yung monitoring po, makikita natin yung mga pagkukulang, pero makikita rin po natin na mayroon tayong na-achieve. No? Meron tayong accomplishments. In our practice, no, before we start our monthly meeting, the first things that we need to share is the accomplishment of the department per month. And we can only share the accomplishment if we are monitoring our activities. No? Kasi po yung tinatawag nila na appreciative inquiry. Kapag nakikita natin yung mga magagandang nagagawa natin, nagkakaroon tayo ng confidence. Sumasaya yung puso natin. Nakikita natin na yung mga pinaghihirapan natin ay may pinupuntahan naman. So, it is important to monitor for us to highlight the accomplishment of each and every one. To highlight the accomplishment of the department. Meron po akong importance of monitoring that I did not include. And I think it is important to monitor because we became accountable, no? We are, because we know that we are being monitored. We are conscious that we are being monitored. And because of that, we will improve the way we do things. No? Alam mo yun, pagka alam mo minomonitor ka, you will always do your best. Pero meron namang mga tao, kahit di sila minomonitor, ginagawa naman nila ang best nila. Pero siguro mas mabuti kung alam nating somebody is monitoring. No, there's someone who is monitoring us. Mas lalo pa natin pinagbubutihan. No? Especially if we are acknowledged, no, because of the good things that we are contributing to the department. No, nakita natin, na-monitor natin itong klase ni ganito. We are always visiting the library. And the class is awarded because of being outstanding library users, no, for the month. No? So, dahil sa monitoring, meron din tayong magandang nakukuha. Hindi lang puro pangit ang nakukuha natin sa monitoring. Nakikita din yung mga achievements natin. No? Yun nga po, nung nag-online class, isang naging effective po yung aming online delivery, online modality. Lahat po ng teachers, alam nila na minomonitor sila. And we have this practice that they need to inform their coordinators or the principal's office ahead of time. For example, wala silang net, wala po silang internet connection during that time. The teacher will inform the coordinator, ma'am, wala po akong internet ngayon, no? But I will conduct a make-up class this afternoon. So meron din po kaming make-up class form. The teacher will submit that to the learning area coordinator for the coordinator to know when is the time that the teacher will conduct the activity. No? Check din po ni coordinator nung afternoon, hindi siya nakaturo sa morning, pero nagturo siya nung afternoon, nag-make-up class siya. No po? So, importante po talaga na yung, alam mo na makikita ka ng mga school authorities na alam mo na ahead of time, ma'am, may sipon po ako, ma'am, I'm not feeling well today, I will not attend my class. So yung coordinator po, makakakuha agad siya ng substitute for the teacher. So yun po yung mga practices natin na kapag alam mo na ikaw ay minomonitor, when you are aware that somebody will monitor you, yun pa lang po yung awareness na minomonitor tayo. Conscious na agad tayo that we have to really comply with the requirement, do what is needed, no? And really achieve our targets. Okay po? Okay. 136 pa rin sila. Wala pa pong umaalis. Okay, let's move on to the next slide. Okay. Here are the elements of a good monitoring system. No? So, a good monitoring system has a clear goals and objectives of the project. No? Before you monitor, you must know, bakit pa minomonitor? Ay, kasi tatanggalin ko na yan. Kailangan kong ma-monitor yan para makita ko ano bang mga maling ginagawa yan at matanggal na yan sa school. No? Ay, ano ba talaga ang target natin? Ba't minomonitor natin ang teacher? To improve them or to put them down. No? So we must set clear goals and objectives. No? Number 2 is to have a core set of indicators and targets. Ano po ba yung indicators? Performance indicators. Nakalagay po yan sa mga operational plan ng bawat department. For example, our indicator is attendance in the activity or number of students who engage in the activity. No? Meron po tayong percentage of retention, percentage of increase in enrollment. Yun po yun natin yung mga indicators. And then, we have to set targets. For example, in activities, 95 to 100% of the students must engage or must attend the activity. So, meron pong indicator, no? Ano ba yung imo-monitor at ano ba yung tina-target natin. So nakikita natin, malapit na ba tayo sa katotohanan dun sa tina-target natin? No? Ito po nakikita natin yung indicator. Sa mga indicator na yan, malinaw na malayo pa tayo sa target or malinaw na konti na lang na-hit na natin yung target. Okay, number 3 is, next slide po. Okay, we need to have a plan for data collection and analysis. Hindi yung saan-saan lang po natin isusulat yung monitoring natin, no? We must have a system how to collect and analyze data. Meron tayong mga monitoring forms kung saan natin ilalagay yung ating monitoring, no? A plan for data collection and analysis. How do we analyze the data? Okay. Number 4, we need to have capable monitoring and evaluation staff. Magkakambal po kasi ang monitoring and evaluation. We have to determine the responsible persons who will conduct the monitoring. For example, classroom observation, if it is for grading, the learning or area coordinator will do the monitoring of classroom observation and also the principal. How about the students' performance? No? Sinong magmo-monitor ng learners' performance? No? Teachers will monitor and will submit the report to the principal, no, or to the learning area coordinators or to the advisors. No? For example, attendance monitoring, the advisor will monitor and submit the monitoring to the GLC or the POD. So, hindi lang po tayo gumagawa ng report, no? Dapat po may mga tao na naka-assign. Sino po ba ang magmo-monitor niyan? Hindi po kaya lahat ni principal, no? O bakit ikaw nagmo-monitor niyan? Dapat ang POD ang nagmo-monitor or LAC ang nagmo-monitor or POD at LAC or principal at LAC or learning area coordinator ang nagmo-monitor. No, we need to assign people, no, trained. No, we need to have enough staff to conduct the monitoring. Ay, na-observe ka ba? Hindi ako na-observe. Ay, andaya naman, ba't ako na-observe, ikaw hindi? No? So, we need to have enough staff to monitor, no, to do the monitoring activity. And these people must be trained to conduct monitoring. No? They must be oriented how to conduct and how to use the monitoring tools. Ano ba yung isasagot din sa monitoring tool niyan? Okay? Let's move on to the last element, no? And we have a plan for data dissemination. Alam niyo po, just this morning, we have the Parents-Teachers Conference online. No? Before the quarterly exam, we usually call the parents of those students who have or who are having some challenges in their academic performance, on their attendance, no? So the advisor will report, no, their monitoring to the parents so that the parents can help the student also improve their performance. So just this morning we had the parents teachers conference online. It's a one-on-one meeting of the teacher, of the advisor with the parent of the student. No? Do you have also parents teachers conference this school year? Do you call for the parents on-site pa po ba or online pa din po kayo? I need to know. Nakakonect po ba tayo sa mga parents? Yes po, sabi ni Teacher Joseph, no? Through the GC, yes ma'am, online po. Okay, online. On-site, yes po, online. Okay, meron po mga online, meron po mga on-site. Actually, we do not wait for the scheduled PTC. Kung nakikita po ni advisor na medyo emergency na yung case ng bata, we can already inform the parents. Huwag na po natin hintayin na masyado nang malala yung kaso ng bata bago po natin i-address. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am, on-site po. Okay. So, if the parents are so busy and they cannot come on site, we can also have online PTC. Okay, during the pandemic, during the online modality, ginawa pa din po namin yan regular online PTC with the parents. Kasi hindi na po namin nakikita yung mga bata. Minsan nakatago lang po sila sa likod ng kanilang camera. Minsan hindi po nag-unmute, hindi nag-on cam. But we really need to communicate and collaborate with the parents. Ayun, may parents group chat pala sila. Okay. May problem lang po tayo minsan dyan sa mga parents group chat. Say some parents are complaining that they are disturbed because of the lacking requirements of other students. Kasi palagi nang magpa-pop up sa kanila yung mga concerns. Hindi naman pala yung anak nila yung concern. Or kapag may GC po yung parents, yung data privacy po. No? So iwasan po natin yan kasi minsan baka makasuhan po tayo if we divulge information of one student to other parents. So ingat po tayo doon. Kung may parents GC po kayo, okay lang naman po yan as long as you just give general information and announcement po for the parents. Pero kung medyo ang concern po ay medyo delikado or baka yung isang bata mapapahiya, ayun, we personally message the parents for particular student. Tama po yun. Ang isa rin problem po ng mga teachers kapag po may GC ang parents ay may mga parents po na may mga concern, tas they are encouraging other parents also to complain. Specific situation, private messages observed. Yan, very good po yun, Sir Malyari, no? Kasi minsan pag may isang bata na minensyon natin ang name or yung parent, tapos negative, o itong si ganito, si Malyari, hindi na naman ito nagpapasa ng requirement. Sino ba ang nanay nito dito? No? Don't do that because the parents will really get mad. So for special concern, you just have to message na we do house-to-house visit. Opo, tama po yan. Lalo pag hindi na po sumasagot yung bata, hindi na rin po sumasagot yung parent. Ako po, nag-house visit din po ako. Sumasama po ako sa house visit. Home visitation. We have guidance po in the GC. Alam niyo po yung isang concern lang natin pag may GC ang parent. May mga parent po na masyadong lahat nirereklamo. At pag nireklamo nila yon yung ibang teachers, ibang parents magrereklamo na din. Minsan, nami-mention nila yung ibang teacher. So, napapahiya naman yung mga teachers sa GC. So, you have to remind the parents that the GC is only for the special announcement, general announcement. If they have special concern, they can message the teacher directly. Wag na lang po i-divulge sa GC kasi napapahiya din minsan yung ibang teacher, accusing them of several, no, kung ano-anong mga bagay na mapapahiya naman po yung teacher. So pag medyo delikado po yung info, ipa-private message na lang po. So there should be a plan to disseminate the reports. Kanino lang ipapakita yung report? So for example, grade po ng isang student or ng mga students, wag po natin ipopost sa GC yan ng parents. Makikita lahat sino mga bata yung bagsak. Ano po? O mag-ingat po tayo dyan. No? Opo. Minsan magpo-post po tayo ng scores ng mga bata. No? Nakikita ng mga ibang parent na ay naku, kawawa naman ng anak ko, 0 sa exam, pinost natin doon. So we have to be very careful on how we disseminate information. Kung sino lang po yung may-ari ng information, sa kanyo lang po ibibigay. No, lalo po kung halimbawa, may sakit ang bata ay dumadaan sa isang mental or depression, ganyan, hindi po yan pinapag-usapan sa GC. Or may kaso ang bata, may nagawang kasalanan, hindi po yan sa GC. Data Privacy Act po. We have to inform the parents privately. So, there should be a plan for the dissemination of data. Kung kanino lang pwedeng ibigay, sa kanya lang po ibibigay. Okay, GC is for general dissemination only. Tama po po yan. Opo. Sa kapag masyadong marami na pong laman ng GC, yung mga parents, hindi na po rin sila makapag-backread. Hindi po nila nakikita yun. Lalo po yung mga parents na busy, hindi na po nila, naku, 1 kilometro na po yung iba-backread nila. So, hindi na po mababasa din ng parents. Yan. Okay, let's move on to the next one. I think we have, okay, malapit na po matapos. So, we have steps in project monitoring. Step 1 is to identify the project objectives and strategies. Next is setting the indicators. Nabanggit na po natin kanina. We have to set the indicators and the targets. And then we have to select the tools and techniques of monitoring. We have to create monitoring forms appropriate for certain areas, no? And determine the strategies for monitoring. Gano'n ka ba kadalas mag-monitor? And dapat po, meron tayong monitoring form para hindi po iba-iba yung data na nakukulit. No? So, create a monitoring form appropriate for certain project or area for monitoring. Okay? Step 4 is collecting data. No? So, we need to set a baseline and realistic targets for objectively verifiable indicators. Yung data po na i-collect natin dapat daw verifiable, observable po yung data na makukuha natin. After the collection of data, we have to analyze the result, no? We have to design and implement monitoring tools, no? Paano po ba natin siya i-analyze? Meron po tayong mga system na ngayon, no? Merong manual, meron computerized system of analyzing the data. For example, during our online modality during the pandemic, we have this online monitoring of teachers, attendance of teachers, or corridor monitoring. So, shared file po yun, nakikita po ng lahat. So, nakikita na po namin lahat sino ang teacher na wala, sino ang nandoon, ilang advisor ang hindi dumating on time. So, we can also create a computerized way to monitor and analyze the data for monitoring. And number 6 is to use the learning to improve. Yung data po na nakuha natin, hindi lang po yan nilalagay natin sa cabinet, nakalagay sa folder, nasa na ba yung data? So we collect data to analyze the data so that we can use that in our improvement plan. Sayang naman po yung data, pinaghirapan natin i-collect. Wala naman palang use. Hindi naman pala relevant. Or hindi siya magagamit para ma-improve natin yung organization natin. O attendance report, paano ba natin gagamitin yan to improve? No? Library report, guidance, report of the guidance counselor. Kailangan po natin i-analyze and utilize the data as well. Okay, next slide na po tayo. Okay, this is the comprehensive view of the process of monitoring. So we will start with the objectives and strategies, no? Selecting the indicators. Ano po ba yung tinitingnan natin, which indicates the monitoring, no? And then we select the tools and techniques. Kung wala po kayong tool, you have to create one. And then use that tool to create data. And then analyze the data that we have, the reports. And then we have to use the data to improve the organization, to improve the teaching learning process. So, ito po yung comprehensive view ng monitoring. Pwede pa po kayong mag-insert kung anong gusto niyo pa pong i-insert. You can modify the process, no? Okay? Next slide po, Ma'am Sarah. Okay. I think this is the last topic or parang second to the last. No? So the characteristics of good monitoring reporting. So nag-monitor po tayo, mayroon tayong tool, then we need to make a report. No? We have to summarize the data in the monitoring form. So letter A, the data must be relevant and useful. Para saan ba ito gagamitin? No? The data collection must have a specific purpose, no? Para saan gagamitin siya, no? And then, reporting of the data must be timely. Halimbawa po, ano na po yung estudyante? Anong tawag dyan? Na-kick out na. Sobrang dami ng bagsak. Saka mo palang i-report. Or, hindi na i-report ng advisor sa guidance counselor that the student is having depression. Nung ni-report po yung bata, katapos lang mag-suicide. Na po, so pag po meron kayong nakikitang ganyan, you really have to report right away. Ilan ba yung sa mga estudyante mo ang meron kang nakikita na parang hindi maganda yung kanilang mental status or mental wellness nila, mental well-being nila, no? Kung meron po kayong way to report that, meron kayong form, reporting form, pwede po natin gawin. You have to refer the student to the guidance counselor. Ilan na ba yung na-refer mo based sa monitoring mo? And then, reporting must be complete. No? There should be sufficient amount of information in the report. Hindi kulang-kulang. No? Pag nakita mo yung report, lahat ng teachers nandoon, ilan ba yung na-observe, kailan in-observe, no? Ano yung mga suggestion and recommendation. Okay? Next. Letter D, we have 3 more characteristics to discuss. Letter D is reliable. Reporting should provide an accurate representation of the facts. No? The report should be reliable and simple and user-friendly. Madali siyang maintindihan. Ano? It is stated in a simple language, simple report format. No? And then letter F, the report must be consistent. No? It allows comparison over a period of time, enable to see the progress, no? To track the progress of the implementation. Letter G is cost-effective. No? Hindi kailangan mahabang oras. Yung ang tagal-tagal mong ginagawa yung report, sayang yung oras mo. Kailangan mo pang magpahinga. No? So, kailangan po madaling gawin at hindi rin siya mahal. No? Mahal, hindi gagastos ng malaki for the monitoring. No? Lalo po yung mahal yung oras na ginastos natin para sa isang monitoring activity. Yung amount of time that we spend in doing the monitoring and also the monitoring report, kinain na po yung buong oras mo. Diba? Kung pwede po yung monitoring report, i-check mo lang or i-rate mo lang. For example, in our practice, we have this classroom observation form na soft copy. Pag nag-enter ka po ng score doon, automatic na po siya, na yung form sa dulo, nako-compute na po. Hindi na po kailangan i-compute ng teacher na mano-mano yung result ng observation nila. So, yung monitoring po na yon, automatic na magsa-sum up or magbibigay ng average grade. So you just have to input or click the score that you will give for a certain teacher. So ganun po sana, hindi masyadong makain sa oras. Madali lang i-prepare, no, yung monitoring and then also the report. Okay, next. Okay, I think this is the last slide. How can we make our monitoring effective? First is to inform the people concerned about the purpose of monitoring. No? Minsan, ang dami-dami na nating ginagawang report. Hindi naman maintindihan ng mga teachers, no? Bakit ba kailangan gumawa ng attendance report, no? So, for us to be in the same boat, we really have to explain to them, make them aware of the purpose of monitoring, no? The importance of conducting the monitoring activity. Okay? Number 2, if it is needed, let us provide a schedule for monitoring. No? Kung kailangan po ng schedule, for example, sabihin natin na the first month of the school year, we will have an ongoing informal walkthrough observation for the month of October, but for the month of September, we will already have the formal observation so that the teachers know and they will be able to prepare. Hindi na nagugulat na lang si teacher, biglang nandiyan na si ma'am, no? Kailan po talaga? Ay, nag-monitor si ma'am for ilang beses ka na ba na-monitor? Ilang beses ka na ba na-observe, no? So, they know that they will be observed for 4 times. Alam nila yung schedule of observation. Hindi naman yung exactong time. Pero alam lang nila, they're aware of the schedule. And then we have to follow the process of monitoring. No, we have to follow a system of monitoring. Minsan, hinihingi na ni ma'am yung report. Ma'am, hindi pa po ako na kakasubmit kasi hindi pa po ako nagsimula. No? So, we need to follow a process. And then, we provide the feedback. Conduct a conference. Alam niyo po, ang tagal ko nagturo, ina-observe ako ng aking mga heads. Pero never po ako naka-receive ng conference. Ever. Na napatawag ako to talk about how I teach, how will I improve my teaching. Wala pong ganun nangyari. No? So, ngayon po talaga sinisikap ko na kapag nag-observe ako, I will call the teacher to give a feedback para malaman ko at malaman din ni teacher paano pa namin i-improve. Basta po positive yung approach. Hindi po siya, oh, mali yung ginawa mo kanina. Mali ka naman ng turo. Bakit ganito yung ginawa mo sa bata? Hindi po gano'n, no? We conduct a conference for us to know what are the things that needs to be improved from the side of the principal and also from the side of the teacher. Kasi po pag ang atake natin ay negative, usually yung teacher i-defend naman niya yung sarili niya. Pero kailangan po manggaling dun sa teacher. Mismo sa kanya, sa reflection niya, manggagaling yung paano mo pa ba magagawa o ano pa ba ang dapat mong i-improve sa tingin mo, no? How do you think you can still improve the teaching learning process in the classroom, no? How will you encourage your students to participate more? How can you integrate the values better next time? So si teacher po ang magbibigay nun. Galing po sa kanya. Hindi po galing kay principal. Kung si principal naman magsasabi ng kanyang recommendation lang po doon sa teacher. Okay po. And they have to agree. No? The teacher and the principal or the coordinator must agree on the recommendation also, the suggestion. And then we have to utilize the data to improve. Yun po yung pinaka-importante. We just don't want to conduct monitoring for the sake of compliance. Kasi kailangan yung report eh. Kailangan kasing i-submit, no? We need to use the data, no, for us to improve and ensure that we develop, we provide quality instruction to our students. Palagi ko nga pong tinatanong sa mga teachers na, bakit ba tayo nag-check ng attendance ng mga estudyante? We just check the attendance for record purposes? Of course not. Kailangan mahanap natin yung mga bata natin. Asan ka na ba? Bakit ka nawawala? We have to show concern to the students and find a way to help them. May nawawalang mga tupa sa kawan mo. Anong gagawin mo? Okay? We do the monitoring not just for record keeping. We do the monitoring to improve the system and to give quality instruction. For example, bakit ba natin kinukuha yung mga output ng mga bata para lang ba-gradean? Hindi yun. No? We get we collect the performance tasks for us to identify saan pa ba hindi mahusay yung mga bata. Nasa sentence construction, sa subject and verb agreement, use of preposition, may kita mo dun sa essay nila. So, we use that data next time to improve instruction. No? Don't just collect data and put them in the cabinet. Also, the school administrators. Huwag po kayong pasubmit ng pasubmit, tapos hindi naman po natin ginagamit yung data to improve the system. Okay po? So, we all hope that, ako po kasi sinasabi ko po sa inyo, addict po ako. Hindi po ako nagda-drugs, pero addict po talaga ako. And I am really passionate about improving the educational system in the Philippines, hindi lang po sa school namin, no? And I hope that all students will learn. And the school will stay, no? And the schools will grow and continuously improve. Ito na po siguro mga bata na to na ating dinidevelop yung magiging pag-asa ng bansa natin. So, huwag nating pabayaan na mag-stagnate yung ating organization. No, we have to embrace monitoring as part, no, as part of our continuous improvement process. Huwag po tayong matakot sa monitoring, huwag po tayong maging negative sa monitor. We have to embrace it and embed the monitoring in our system. Daily life na po natin yung monitoring. Araw-araw natin siyang ginagawa. At sanay na tayo na minomonitor. At nakikita natin na if we don't monitor, we will not improve as an organization. Salamat po. Sana may natutunan po kayo and I hope you learn something po from the discussion. Thank you, Cerebro, for inviting me again.